It was exactly 2 weeks ago, Sunday 24th of September, we woke up to find that a significant incident had occurred in the north of Kosovo.
The Strategic Reserve Force was activated and deployed as a result of increasing tensions in Kosovo and the requirement for Commander KFOR to have more capability to help him ensure the safe, secure environment and freedom of movement for all ethnicities within Kosovo. The Strategic Reserve Force has what I refer to as a spectrum of capabilities. So it can operate for the peacekeeping operations, but it also has the capabilities to provide more to Commander KFOR should the level of insecurity or the level of violence increase within Kosovo.
We've just left Camp Bondsteel and we now arrived at our pre-designated location at the start of our patrol. What's happening now is my section commanders are just briefing their team on the route, and I have my comms guys setting up comms so that we can talk to them whilst they're out on the ground. All it is a pre-designated patrol along what is the administrative boundary line. It's just over there. There's Serbia on the other side, and we're on the Kosovo side. Once they've completed that patrol, all we're going to do is collapse our Zulu muster here and then drive round and collect them at the other end before doing some more atmospherics and reassurance patrols within the area. So the reason for these patrols is to deter any illegal activity that may be happening along the administrative boundary line. It's also to reassure the local population that we are maintaining the safe and secure environment that is KFOR's mission, and making sure that there's still freedom of movement occurring within Kosovo and around the ABL. Being able to do this, you get exposure to an environment which you wouldn't get back in the UK. It's not an exercise, so you're dealing with real people with real scenarios, and that gives you, for myself, it gives me a great opportunity to lead my platoon in a foreign country on operations, which is really why I joined the army and why I wanted to be here. So yeah, there's a lot of pride being able to do that with my regiment, having PWRR lead the UK's efforts in Kosovo. It's a fantastic opportunity. Yeah.
The Strategic Reserve Force Battlegroup, so we're well supported with combined arms and attached arms, which include from One Row Yokes, the Foxhound, the vehicle that you see behind me to assist us with our crowd and riot control, public order. We also have engineers, again incredibly useful for our tasks and supporting wider missions within Kosovo. We have the artillery who bring with them drones for this specific mission that help us understand the area, locate certain things, find things, and as I said, provide that information to Commander KFOR. But on top of that as well, we have all the key enablers, the drivers, intelligence, everything else to make sure that we can do our mission as capably as we can.
I've been out here for about 6-7 weeks now. We landed in Kosovo on the 1st September. We've managed to achieve 55k, which is matched Special Forces in the Puma LE, which is really good for 3-2RA and 2-1 Bachelor's unit for achieving that distance. So the task we've been normally getting is to spot the terrain and like points that the brigade might travel along on the ABL. We would turn up with all our kit, make sure the level area is correct for flying, as in we've got to make sure we've got a secure landing point and a good launch point. So we arrive, then we build our kit, test the kit, make sure we've got signal, make sure we've got comms. Then once we've built it, then we do a pre-flight. Now pre-flight will involve us checking the mission on the hand controller and checking the mission on the laptop. Once we've done that, then we'll go to the drone itself. So we'll check the props work, check the avionics work, check the rudder and stab are all secure and all working. Once that's done, then you're all singing and dancing, you can be able to fly. Then how it will work is the captain will hand launch the Puma AE, but we've also got Puma LE, so that means a bungee launch. But going off Puma LE, the captain will hand launch it. Whilst it's flying, as me, the pilot, I'll check the left works, the right works, which is called the control checks. So when that's all done, you're then mission ready to then go achieve your mission. Once we've then achieved the mission on flight time or battery percentage, we will then come back. Usually bring around, depends how far we go. So for 55k, like with the Puma LE, I'll probably bring about 21, gives enough time, but Puma AE, you can stretch it for 18.8 depending how far you are. And then we'll bring it back. I will manually land it because the terrain, as you can see, is quite difficult. And then once that happens, then we'll pack up and then return home. It's been very useful, to be fair. We've able to get quite high, into the highest point of Kosovo, and be able to fly and been able to look at different locations that brigade might use to travel down. So it's been really good, really useful. What I've learned for myself and on the kit and in my team is that training is vital, and my training has come in handy, as in all the props failures I've had, all the other stuff I've had, but my training is I've just snapped into that role where back in the UK I probably more struggled, but out here I've not struggled because I've been confident on the kit. But it literally is you trust in your kit, trust in the training, trust in the team, and you'll have no dramas.
So we came out to Kosovo last week, so we've only been here 7 days. We literally got told on the Sunday we was going the following Friday, so it was a quick turnaround to get out the door. I'm lead role with the plant, making sure it's maintained and operating. I'm pretty much just organising the guys before we go out on the ground and then giving directions and helping out really. So we've come to this school to help out. They had an infestation of snakes. So we've come in with the plant equipment and levelled the lot, and just trying to make a safe and secure environment for the children. So we've got 2 light wheel tractors, 1 medium wheel tractor and 1 self-loading dump truck. So we're going to come in, remove all the bushes and the shrubs, and then we'll level the ground out so it's some nice earth what they can use for in the future. Grass it all and plant trees, and then it's just a nice environment for the school kids rather than overgrown bush with snakes and potholes and stuff like that. For them to do it themselves, it would have cost loads of money and like manpower, which they haven't got at the moment. So for us to do a little help, it really is a massive opportunity for them to open up these areas and use them correctly.
There's a number of threats. We're very well practiced at establishing the context, understanding those threats, and then making sure that the soldiers have the information and tools they need to respond to those threats should they manifest. So that we're well trained, we're well equipped, and we work very hard every day to make sure we understand and respect the context so we can react to those threats should they come around. To me, success looks like being able to effectively provide that capability to COM KFOR. And the fact that the UK and the Army deployed at short notice, gave them what they needed and arrived well within the stated timelines is one part of that. And now we're here, it's really important we help him provide that safe and secure environment and that freedom of movement for all ethnicities within Kosovo.